In the heart of Zambia, where the mighty Zambezi River winds its way through the land, lies the Luano Valley, a place of untamed beauty where nature resigns supreme. The valley, with its thick forests, towering mountains, and hidden curves, was both a refuge and a place of terror for many years. The people of the surrounding villages whispered about the dark spirits that haunted the valley, and the most feared among them were the Mailoni brothers. Long ago, the Mailoni family lived peacefully in a small village on the edge of the Luano Valley. The family was known for their skill in hunting and their deep connection to the land. But as the years passed, tragedy struck. A terrible drought descended upon the valley, and the Mailoni family struggled to survive. The eldest son, Mike, was a proud and strong young man, but the hunger dwelled at him, driving him to despair. His younger brothers, Stephen and Fabian, watched helplessly as their family withered away. One fateful night, Mike, driven by desperation, ventured deep into the forbidden part of the valley, where the villagers believed dark spirits dwelled. He sought out the spirits, hoping to make a bargain to save his family. In the shadows of the forest, Mike encountered a powerful spirit, a being of darkness with eyes that glowed like embers. The spirit, sensing Mike's desperation, offered him a deal. "I will give you the strength and power to survive this drought," the spirit hissed. "But in return, you must give me your humanity, and your brothers will become feared and hated, cursed to roam these lands as outcasts." Blinded by hunger and despair, Mike agreed. The spirit's dark power flowed into him, and when he returned to his brothers, they too were touched by the curse. The brothers found that they no longer needed food to survive, but with this found strength came a terrible hunger for something darker: violence. The Mailoni brothers became something more than human. They moved through the forests like shadows, silent and swift, with eyes that gleamed in the night. At first, they hunted animals, but soon the thrill of the hunt led them to target the very people they once called neighbors. One by one, the villagers fell victim to the Mailoni brothers. Bodies left as a warning to those who would dare enter the valley. Years passed, and the legend of the Mailoni brothers grew. The once vibrant village around the Luano Valley became a ghost town, as fear drove the people away. The brothers were no longer just men. They were spirits of the forests, unseen and unstoppable. Their names became a curse, spoken only in house tones, and the valley was shunned by all. Despite their fearsome reputation, the brothers were hunted by the government and brave villagers who sought out to end this terror. But the Mailoni brothers were always one step ahead, slipping through the fingers of those who pursued them, leaving behind only death and despair. But even the strongest cases can be broken. One day, a young hunter by the name of Hichilema, whose family had been driven from the valley by the brothers' terror, decided to face the Mailoni brothers. Hichilema was not like other hunters. He had studied the old ways and knew the stories of the spirits. Armed with knowledge and courage, he ventured into the heart of the Luano Valley, determined to confront the brothers. For days, Hichilema tracked the brothers through the forest, following the signs they left behind. He used his wits to avoid their traps and his knowledge of the land to stay hidden. Finally, he came face to face with the Mailoni brothers in a dark cave deep within the valley. Mike, Stephen, and Fabian stood before him, their eyes glowing with the power of the dark spirit. But Hichilema was not afraid. He raised his voice and called out to the spirit that cursed them. "Spirit of darkness, I know your name," Hichilema shouted. "You have taken these men and twisted them, but it will end your curse." The spirit appeared, a swelling shadow of malice and power. But Hichilema was ready. He held up a talisman given to him by a wise elder, a symbol of light and purity. The spirit recoiled, and the brothers, once mighty and feared, fell to their knees as the curse began to lift. With a final cry, the spirit was banished, and the Mailoni brothers were free. But they were no longer the same. The darkness that had consumed them was gone, and in its place was a deep sorrow for the lives they had taken. The brothers now, mere shadows of their former selves, fled into the forest, never to be seen again. The Luano Valley slowly began to heal. The villagers returned and life resumed. But the story of the Mailoni brothers remained, a cautionary tale of the dangers of desperation and the power of the spirits. And though the brothers were gone, the story was passed down through generations, a reminder of the dark times when the valley was ruled by fear. Hichilema, the hunter who had faced the darkness, became a hero among his people. He taught them the old ways, the ways of balance and respect for the spirits. Under his guidance, the valley flourished once more, and the people lived in harmony with the land. But even as the valley thrived, the legend of the Mailoni brothers lived on. A ghostly whispered in the wind, reminding all who heard of it the thin line between man and beast and the price of a deal made in darkness.